Your Aquan Crazy Eye, Legendary Truth. But here we go, guys, opening up the map to see where our splits are headed right now. Blue team's sending 2 out of their far gate and 3 out of their close gate, actually. Red team's going to send 3 directly into the middle fight. Blue team only sending 1 into the middle fight, so that Guardian's going to be in a bit of trouble. Other than that, we are going to have 3 safety for blue, so they'll definitely be getting Waterfall. Unfortunately, I think they may be losing middle here as Morpheus is getting mowed here. We'll get chained down without no trouble. There really is no surprises there. Unfortunately, a bit of a missplit on blue team's part, but they are going to get close, almost guaranteed. Maybe not, actually, because this is an elementalist you're holding fairly strong against 2 people. He shouldn't really have a lot of trouble taking on, but keep in mind, however, they can chain their CCs like we just saw there, so he is going to get pulled off pretty easily. Crazy Eye dodging, actually, a pretty nice knockdown there, so he's going to retreat to his teammates. Oh, the Mesmer's going to pull him in, though, and he's going to get taken a lot of damage here. He's going to get taken down nicely. Job by the blue team. Will be taking him down here. But they will be in range to res him, so he will remain in this fight for the time being. As we look, we still have a 2v1 actually taking place over here at the waterfall. Madman Hippo holding pretty strong against 2, however, it does seem like his expiration date is approaching here, and yep, he's going to get taken down. And with that smoke field, Aquan will stomp that and reclaim the quarry for his team zone name. Back over here, the Graveyard, we once again have a full pitch team fight going. No significant advantage for either team as of yet, but it does look like Waffles Are Yummy is about to get bursted down by Gib. Taking a look at Ghibli now. Waffles Are Yummy trying to get stopped, but no, they're going to pop an Illusion of Life and bring him back into this now. So he will still be in. However, considering it's an Illusion of Life, they only are going to have him in for another about 10 seconds here, and after that expires, they will be down. Chip backing up here as he realizing with these conditions on him, he is going to have to pop his heal and back up a little bit in order to stay safe. Waffles Are Yummy, his Illusion of Life has expired. The red team's all over them. Good communication. They're ready, and they are ready to res him. And because of that, they managed to get him up without a hitch. Give the clone, however, has gone down as he re-engaged a bit too early, in my opinion, back into that team, but he was at low health, and that heal didn't really get him up to where we needed to be. Possibly could have been better standing back, but he did decide to go in, and unfortunately, that proved fatal. And it does look like he will be going down here with a Thief from the red team, just throwing in these conditions. Actually, 2 members of the blue team down now, 3 members down, but Waffles Are Yummy is also down. Give the clone was just res. Taking a look at Waffles Are Yummy, see if there's any pressure on him. No, red team is all over him. They are going to be able to get him up, and it does look like blue team will be getting wiped here, keeping this middle point in control, or in favor of the red team. And back over here to the quarry now. We do have a bit of a decap going off. Crazy Eye trying desperately to get there in time, and it will not get there in time, however, and Give the clone will get the decap off. The question is who's going to win the 1v1, and Gib is actually going to abandon. Not a bad choice once more. The decap's all you really need, and no tricking him out. A little bit more there. He's actually getting knocked back, is going to jump through and decide to 1v1 Crazy Eye here for a bit. So we'll check back on that in just a second, as we do have once more a waterfall fight is engaged right over here. Waffles Are Yummy decapped, but he's not going to. Red team playing a very aggressive decap game here. And both teams playing a pretty aggressive decap game. Gib moving for far, as well as the other team moving in for far. Not choosing to contest it over on the waterfall side, but it is being contested here. Gib, however, will be going down in just a second, so it's not going to matter much.
Blue team grabbed a capture point.
Does look like we are going to return to the status quo here, with the red team controlling 2 points, blue team controlling 1. Red team at about 150 points for the time being. They are up, but the blue team still has plenty of time to come back, as we are extremely early in this game right now. And Crazy actually wanting to bleed out Gib a little bit here. He was on points, that might not have been the best choice, but his choices are his choices. Looking back over here on mid now, blue team being extremely hesitant to engage, as we're seeing here. And no, they're going to use smoke fields to get themselves a stealth. Keep in mind, they don't have a thief, so this is sort of uncalled for. Red team may not see this coming, and we're going to see it now. Red team may be prepared for this. Unfortunately, was not executed as a gank, more just as a way to get themselves in position on the middle point. But they are once again outnumbered, unfortunately, so they are going to be at a disadvantage here. Choosing to focus up Dominus Chur, trying to knock out the Guardian support very early into this team fight, and they're doing pretty well on it so far. Dominus Chur approaching 40% of the conditions all over. Going to go over to his point of view. He still has his Sanctuary up, and he also uses renewed focus already, so he's going to be forced out of the point and out of the way where he can support his teammates. Goodness gracious. This is going to be the last one, guys. I do apologize. Looking over here, an Illusionary Truth holding off at the moment. Madman Hibba just went down, but the Elixir R went down, so no risk there. He will be getting himself back into the fight. Going to go over to Aquan's point of view again. He's going to be jumping around all over the place here, keeping himself alive. But unfortunately, misclicks there a little bit. Gets himself into a position to be hit and will be knocked out as well. So three members of the red team are actually out at the moment, which could turn this team fight around significantly for the blue team. They managed to get in there pretty well and engage themselves quite nicely there. So nicely done on their part. As we look once more here in the middle, we do still have a... It does look like it is finally going into blue team's favor, but red team still has somewhat of a force holding off there. They have Illusionary Truth within close range, as well as Crazy Eye still holding on the point and using his knockdowns on every single utility he has. Misforming now actually, so the decav will go off in favor of the blue team, but I still think we could get some reinforcements to come in from the red team side. We are going to see him coming in now in the form of the Thief to come in and support, but the Guardian actually choosing to go for far point now instead of the middle point. Somewhat would have been an unorthodox move, but a creative one nonetheless. We are going to see him once again turn over here a little bit and head over to the middle now instead. And looking at the middle now, we once again have the team fight ramping up here. Actually, like to check in on Quarry for a second. It was just taken by Hiba, so blue team will gain a bit of an advantage on the capture points here, at least for a few seconds, as they do actually have both of their side points left completely open, and they have chosen to put all 5 on the middle point. We do have one falling back now to defend Waterfall, as the Thief from the red team has chosen to go for it. But for the time being, they did have that capture point advantage, and I think they are going to hold it for here for a little bit, as they once again are going to chain on Dominus Cheer here. We talked about it again. We have seen these guys play a few times tonight. The team with Hiba and Madman, the blue team currently, definitely have that AoE advantage, so they can definitely be the ones, in my opinion, to take down the Guardians and just generally win the team fights. But the question is they need to be able to position themselves correctly in order to do that, which they have been having a bit of trouble with this game. But I think they are getting that position they need now, and really just coming back into this.
Did you see that? Red team got
At Waterfall now, we do see red team recapturing the... we did actually have a complete flip of what we had previously, where blue team controlled the side points. It is now flipped entirely, where now blue team controls the middle point, and red team controls the side point. So once again, a very even game we have going on here. Red team is up at the moment, 296 points. Blue team down 232. But once again, still pretty early in the game. We still got 200 points to go. Keep in mind, however, that red team at 50 points will have the ability to rush the Lord Rush and end this game prematurely. However, judging from the past games, I don't think they have the damage necessary to do that unless they choose to push with all 5. So I don't think we'll see that early. We may see it later on like we have seen in the last couple of games with these two teams here tonight. But in general, I do think it'll come up a bit later. Crazy Eye going down here now, unfortunately, suffering from a bit of conditioned damage that was coming in from Hiba. Will be knocked down here, and unfortunately will not be... And no, actually, this clutch coming here for at the last second from Waffles Oriami is going to come in here with the Illusion of Life. I did not see that teammate around. Really nice timing there by Waffles Oriami, getting in there just as time to keep his teammate in this fight. And unfortunately, however, he is moving into the middle fight just as the Illusion of Life expiring. Not the best move. In my opinion, I would have stayed up there, but he has chosen to go into this mid fight and is now susceptible to the burst coming in from H-Man's team, and it will get taken out, unfortunately. Back over here at the Quarry now. We have Aquan taking on Give the Clone, and it does look like Aquan's winning this fight pretty prominently at the moment. Give the Clone about to be taken down, and pretty much guaranteed to be taken down with Illusionary Truth coming in. We do, however, have Hiba and H-Man rather, coming in here to support Give the Clone. There is an elixir down on them. They're trying their best to res them up. AoEs, however, are coming in pretty rapidly from the red team, but it's not going to be enough to keep them down. Give the Clone getting back up, turning this fight into a pretty nice 3v2 in favor of the blue team now. But once again, reinforcements piling in for the red team, and very open team fight here over at the Quarry. Neither side has an advantage at the moment, but it does seem like the blue team was caught off guard a little bit here by these reinforcements. They are out of position a little bit from what I can see. They did get illusionary truth down, and Aquan also is going to go down off this point. So blue team, despite the random reinforcements here, which did catch them a bit off guard, they did manage to once again turn this fight around and bring this point back into their favor. And nicely done on their part. So we will see them capture that point. And red team, while they are up, unfortunately, if the blue team, unfortunately for themselves, if they do manage to keep this 2-cap up, blue team will come back and gain the lead again. I'm saying unfortunately way too much, I think, tonight, because I'm so tired and I'm not thinking correctly. But anyway. Back on the graveyard now. It's all pretty calm on the battlefield right now. We don't have a lot of engagements occurring. I think we are about to have a team fight happen over here at the Waterfall. Dominus Chur throwing down that field there, actually stopping Morpheus from getting on the point. A nice clutch Sanctuary there stops Morpheus from getting on the point, and a possible decap, and it allows the reinforcements from the red team to really just pour in here. That's going to stop any chance really of the blue team from taking this point away from them. Looking back at the core, we do have it once again flipping in favor of the blue team. They have chosen to move over here, or they're, apologies, I can't see who this is.
Blue team grabbed a capture
They
point.
have flipped this over a little bit. Crazy Eye moving in for, actually no, we have 2 members of the blue team moving in for the Red Lord now, as we're going to see here in just a second. I got to target him before he gets engaged. There we go. Looking at it now, once again, we're going to have H-Man Ellie as the same time we had our first game today. H-Man Ellie and Madman Hibbit engaging the Red Lord. The Mesmer Gib the Clone is also engaged here as well. We're going to take a look at H-Man Ellie's point of view. Morpheus is down elsewhere on the waterfall. Red Lord has been mowed. They're trying desperately to take him down, but again, the damage is extremely hard to get off on the Lord. Lord approaching 50% health, getting extremely low here. He does still have his heal available to him. I believe they need to interrupt that properly, but it doesn't look like it. No, there's heal's trying to go off, but it will not go off. Congratulations, once again, a very nice Lord Rush from the blue team. We'll end that game. Despite reinforcements coming in from the red team, it was not enough to stop the kill. And H-Man's team will once again take that game. Congratulations.